Hey guys, David here. I think I'm gonna start up a channel and give you guys some updates on the tanks I've got. So let me see if I can get this into perspective. This is my 38 freshwater. Let's see what I've got in here. Plant-wise, I've got an Amazon sword there that is not doing that great, not at all. And let's see, I've got a bunch of the hornwort. I've got some Brazilian pennywort all throughout. That stuff loves this tank. It has been doing really well since I put it in. Not exactly too sure what this plant is. If anybody knows, feel free to tell me, because it's kind of one of the ones I got in like a Petco bundle when I first started. Let's see, these are the same, or the same deal as this one right here. Right here. These aren't really, hey guys, these aren't, I mean, they've been doing fantastic in this tank. I mean, when I got them, they were like, seriously, like, barely that tall, and you know, they've just shot up. And I've got some Malaysian driftwood pieces, 3 of these. You know, this is kind of like an assorted tank. I wasn't really, you know, looking to do anything from any certain area or anything like that, when I started, so I just kind of wanted to do something that wasn't too newbie-ish. But anyway, back to the crap. I've got a lot of hornwort. I've got some hanging off of the driftwood, and I planted a lot in the tank just to kind of give it a little bit of thickness. I'm thinking that this right here is a nana plant. Not sure. If I'm wrong, please correct me. And let's see, what other good stuff do I have in here? Oh yeah, the top. I guess you can't really see it. I'll get up here. Lots and lots of duckweed, and I'd never really ordered the duckweed. I kind of, you see all the lily pad looking things right there. That's Amazon frog bit, which is what I ordered. So I wanted some, you know, some plants that kind of hung from the top of the tank, and ended up getting a few pieces of duckweed, and now I've got it everywhere, which is fine, you know. I still get a lot of light to all the other plants. Like I said, the Brazilian pennywort loves that stuff. And if you can see here, there's a piece of watercress right there where that platy just swam in front of and messed up my focus. Yeah, you see right there, that's a piece of watercress. I bought that and planted it and didn't really do too well, and I thought I got rid of it all, but I guess that little piece decided to stay. In the back there, I've got an Aquaclear 50. I had an Aquaclear 20 over this side, but I pulled it out yesterday because I've got a new tank going, and I wanted to use the medium that had been in there. And then, like I said, I've got some like newbie stupid little river rocks, and I'm really not crazy about this substrate anymore. You know, when I started, I was kind of a beginner. I didn't really know too much about substrate, so I just kind of picked something that looked remotely natural. And the surprisingly enough, my local fish store didn't really have too many, you know, decent packs of substrate to pick from, so I just kind of picked the finest grain they had. And I've had some failures with this tank, definitely. I tried Glossostigma, and that didn't work out at all. I tried baby tears, that didn't work out at all. I had some hairgrass in there at one point, and that completely failed. It is lined with a fertilizer. I can't tell you what the name was. I just know it came in a huge bucket. It was kind of like potting soil, and had little tablets of fert with it. And you know, I put that down first, and then, you know, all this is just a basic coarse grain gravel. And I guess I'm moving on to fish. Oh, well, no lighting. I've got a nice dual strip T5 lighting system right there with, you know, I kind of, like I said, it was a newbie when I bought it all, and it's got, you know, I think it's more designed for saltwater tanks. It has the moonlights and the, you know, the evening lights and everything you'd need for a saltwater tank, whereas this, you know, when I first started, I would come home and turn off the white light every day, turn on the evening light, and then turn them both off and have the moonlight shining down at night. But I had to go out of town recently, so I went out and bought a timer, so I wouldn't have to get somebody to keep, you know, coming up to my room and turning off the lights and stuff like that, and so they could just feed my fish. And now I just kind of leave it on that, and it stays on a 12-hour timer. Anyway, let's move on to fish. These guys right here, these red platies, were my first fish, and if I knew anything about platies before I bought them, I definitely would have chose a different fish to get. And they're really friendly. This guy is a little boy, or he's the biggest boy in the tank. Let's see where we find the other guy. He was just over here a second here. There he is. This guy, I named him Dick because he's kind of a jerk. And if you watch it, he'll chase around the female right there beside him of the same color. He loves chasing her around, and he and the red platy there kind of get into it, chasing her around. Whereas my other big platy, there she is. She's the one that kind of gets kicked to the side. Nobody really likes hanging out with her too much. But as you can see, there is just tons of platy fry in my tank. And like I said, if I had known anything about, how quickly and how rapidly, or that's the same word, how quickly, platies reproduce, I would have definitely not have chosen to do so. And if I would have separate them if I had another tank to do it in. But my next few fish were these two guppies. I had another one, but I came back from out of town, and the other one was completely gone. These two like to play with each other a lot, and the other one, was just as playful. And I mean, they've been doing great, especially the little orange one there. He's been doing fantastic in this tank. Let's see, what were my next ones? I guess the Danios came next. No, it might have been the Gourami. What's going to the Danios anyway? These little guys, they kind of remind me of little sharks. Like, I did a lot of research, trying to pick a peaceful fish to put into this tank, because I didn't really want to be dealing with any fin nipping or anything like that. And I ended up getting a school of 6 Danios, and I think they killed one of my other guppies recently, because I woke up one morning and he was just tail was completely gone. Then I woke up the next morning and he was floating at the top of the tank. So he didn't make it, unfortunately. And then I've got my dwarf gourami right there. His name's Philip, and he's been doing pretty great. I got him as a one of my. I wanted a centerpiece fish, and I was like, oh, okay, well, I'll get a gourami. And now I've got the keyhole in here somewhere. I don't know where he is. Surprisingly enough, as big as he is for the tank member size, he's kind of hard to find. But since they're out, I'll go to these guys next. These are my Sturback Hories. I got a school of 6 in here, and they were really, really, really playful when I first got them. Like, they'd spend hours swimming up this side of the tank. And now, since I put they're gone. Since I put the keyhole in there he is. Since I put this guy in there, they've kind of calmed down, and they normally spend their time underneath this rock or underneath the driftwood, and maybe they'll spend some other time on the other piece of driftwood. But I mean, other times they come out. When I feed them, I'll throw a algae tablet in there at night, mostly because the other fish can't get to it. But this guy is definitely my favorite in the tank. His name's George, the keyhole. He's a great fish, really peaceful. I've actually been kind of looking into getting rid of all these platies, and maybe getting another keyhole in there. And you have to excuse the tank. I just kind of didn't. I've been playing around with the filter today, so it's kind of been a little bit rough. And then these are my most recent fish, and I really like these guppies. I don't know the technical term for these guys, or the real name besides Fancy Guppy of these guppies, but you can tell I rescued him from a tank that had him in there with a bunch of barbs. So I mean, you can tell this guy was the worst of the bunch, and he's got that chunk missing out of his tail. But they're very playful and just really fun fishes. And I think they're really fun fish. I think they look awesome. And like I said, there was 4 of them, but sadly one of them died. But yeah, this is my 38. Like I said, I'm not really working on it too much anymore. I've kind of slowed down a little bit. It's stocked pretty heavily. Like I said, I'm looking to get rid of the platy fry. I might take them to the local fish store soon, and maybe even grab a smaller 10-gallon, get that running, and maybe pull the platies out altogether, or at least separate the males and the females. But anyway, guys, leave your comments and tell me what you think. Alright, thanks for watching.